For the first time in years, the homeless population in the country has increased. A new report by the Department of Housing and Urban Development says a big factor is the surging number of homeless people in several West Coast cities, including Los Angeles, Seattle, San Diego, and Portland.
These happen to be places where the rents are going up much faster than the incomes, and hence we're seeing progressively more homeless people in those kinds of areas.
The government says the national homeless count increased for the first time since 2010 to nearly 554,000. The homeless count in the Los Angeles area alone went up to about 55,000, a jump of more than 13,000 people from 2016.
You see tents all over. You see tents in MacArthur Park. Number of tents, you see them expanding. And downtown is just a mess.
The West Coast numbers are a contrast to most of the country, where the homeless counts have continued to decline. Excluding Los Angeles, the epicenter of the crisis, HUD says total homelessness nationwide would have been down by about 1.5% from last year.
They need to find somebody that understands this problem, and give him some power and position and financing.
Mayor Eric Garcetti says insufficient federal funding for affordable housing and programs are part of the reason for the city's crisis. Voters in the city and Los Angeles County have passed ballot measures to raise an expected $4.7 billion over the next decade to pay for affordable housing and services.
The government can't solve the problem. There's a lot more money in the private sector than there is in the government. So what the government has to do is to help coordinate the efforts.
The numbers released are expected to be undercounts, but even without the report, many on the streets of Los Angeles can attest to the increasing numbers.
You can't walk down the street. The tents are to the edge, and the gutter is filled with uneaten food.
Though a top policy priority in Los Angeles, the issue of homelessness continues to be a mounting problem for local, state, and federal officials. Krista Fourier, Associated Press, Los Angeles.